Alright guys, I'm starting the stream. Let me see if I can test the sounds. I'm gonna have some people join, so give me one couple of minutes. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Alright, it's delayed, but it's working. Testing 1.
You know, I was just thinking, it's been years now since I slept with four walls around me. And even longer with four walls and a roof. But I've never been happier.
Daily challenges. How many do I have? 21 out of 28. That's the longest streak I've had ever. Okay, so let me see what I gotta do later on. Player skill with melee weapons. Player stats boosted by tonics. Player revived. Pronghorn skin. Free roam. Events played. Alright. Alright, so let's go to what is it that we're supposed to do? I think this is in story mode. I have to load up a game. And it's not the 30. That's weird. I finished that mission. And even though I finished it, it doesn't give me the name of the mission, the one that I finished. Funny enough, maybe this is what triggers. So So the mission that I last did here. Let me see. Link doesn't work for some reason. I'm gonna watch it on my laptop though. Alright, let me not say anything. Let me wait until people get here so we can begin talking about everything that I think here, because this is something interesting. Sipping on a screwdriver, some Tito's vodka, and some good old OJ. Just hopped in. Can you hear me? Testing, testing. One, two, three. In the place to be. What's up, everybody? My name is Tai My Shoe. And I'm here to do a little freestyling. And in the end, you're gonna be like, what? What the hell? I don't believe. I will show you how to make $1 million. So simple. No skill involved at all. I could have done it myself. Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, cool. And that was a song from back in the 80s, no, 90s, I think. 90s, 2000s, I think it was. I don't even know, dude. It was a silly song where a rapper, Chinese guy comes over and starts singing some crazy shit, dude. But alright. What I wanted to show you was this. I'm loading my story mode. As you can tell, I am no further than like 30 something percent. This is the first time I'm ever playing the story. This is the first time I'm figuring out what the hell is going on and investigating on my own and everything like that. I've just seen things from Reddit. I've just seen things from YouTube. I've never really done it myself, so don't know what the hell the story's about. Don't know anything about it, so I'm playing my playthrough. Right now, the last mission that I did, so maybe this is what is part of the trigger. Um, because I just noticed it's something that's connected. It's affiliated to all this thing. So okay, so like what I'm trying to go ahead and show you is that I was able to go ahead and go into Frank Sinclair's cabin without getting any rock carvings, which I thought that was impossible. I thought that you could only do it after you collected all the rock carvings and you managed to go inside his house afterwards and see the mural and everything that's inside there. You get the cutscene where he apparently reincarnates into a baby. Some people think that the baby is a doll. All the shenanigans. But somehow, some way, I was able to go into his cabin with 0 rock carvings. I just barely met the guy. Told me to go find the rock carvings for him. I found 0 so far, and this is where I'm at. So where am I in the story mode? I'm in the story mode in the part where I just rescue, what is this guy's name? I'm so bad with names and the storyline. The leprechaun looking guy, he's like Irish, from the camp. I think his name starts with a J or Sean or something like that. I don't know, but I just rescue him, and he's back in the in the camp, and everybody is like celebrating, throwing a party, happy the motherfucker's back in the camp and everything. So I just did that, right? Afterwards, I try to do some missions with Jamie and the Chelonian guy, where I'm trying different things. I'm trying to test out like the rain patterns. I noticed that like whenever you choke the Chelonian leader, it starts immediately raining, which reminds me of the connection of the Altruist camp. Whenever you failed the last mission, it automatically switches the weather pattern. So I'm thinking maybe it might be a trigger. And Lama told me that I should try to get there, and instead of choking the guy, the first get there when it's not raining. I mean, when it's actually raining, to see if it does vice versa, the opposite. Instead of like me choking the guy inside it's raining, I want to see if I get there and it's already raining, and instead of me choking the guy, if I'm nice to the guy, if it stops raining and maybe shows like the sunny weather, maybe even I don't know, a rainbow, something like that. God knows. But I've been testing that out, but I find it almost impossible. Well, I've been trying for hours to try to get there when it's raining, and I find it very, very difficult. I have to keep trying, but I haven't really proceeded. I haven't continued doing the Cholonian missions because I haven't even finished that one because I'm trying different things on doing that mission. Um, So I did that, those two things, rescue Sean. I think his name is Sean. I'm just making it up. Let's say his name is Sean, the leprechaun guy. Rescue Sean. I'm supposed to go rescue Jamie, but I haven't really done it yet from the Chelonians. Um, and the last mission that the game here, like whenever you save the game, it gives you the name of the mission that you last played. Even though this one I finished the last mission, it still says the name of the previous mission. I don't know why it didn't update this time. But the previous time that I played the mission, it was called Arcadia for Amateurs, which is a really funny mission, especially since I'm doing all this investigation with what do you call it, with the coyotes. In this mission, you have a coyote. You meet a like a photographer, um, and the photographer tells you that he's taking pictures of animals, kind of like what we do in Grand Theft Auto 5 online, that they send us around taking pictures of animals, right? And uh, so this guy is taking pictures of animals, and while he's talking to us, a very, very peculiar animal just comes over and steals his bag. The animal is a coyote. The coyote reminds me exactly what goes on during the Native American mythological story, where you have a coyote steal a blanket full of stars, kind of like this. There's a black god that is positioning the stars in the sky, and he's precisely taking his time putting like every single star like a line in the pattern and the galaxy. So he's making like a masterpiece, an artwork, right? And then the coyote, he's so curious about trying to figure out like what is that he's doing, and he comes over to the black god and tells him, hey, what are you doing? And then the black god tells him, explain what he's doing. Coyote gets so interested within this thing that he's doing, this task. So he asks the black god, hey, can I go ahead and put some stars in the heavens? That sounds really cool, right? And the black god tells him no, because he's a coyote and he has no idea what he's doing. This takes real precise work and a lot of time, and you have to be really cautious and careful where you put the stars and everything. So he tells him pretty much to fuck off. The coyote insists and insists and insists, and he can't get the black god to agree to get him to put the stars in the heavens. Eventually, the coyote waits for the black god to like be distracted, and he runs over and he steals the blanket full of stars that the black god had. And the coyote eventually starts running and running and waving the blanket all over, and the stars go spreading all over the sky and the galaxy, and there's a mess of stars everywhere, right? um the coyote, what he wanted to do, he wanted to go ahead and put a star on his own for his own self. And I think at the end what happens is like he makes a mess out of the bunch of stars, and he places a star that is like a red star. It's the coyote star. I think it's in actual astronomy, I think it's the can K9 star. I don't really know what it's called. I've had to look it up. But it's a red star. It's affiliated with like I think a K9. I think Grand Theft Auto 5 actually has a connection to all that as well. It's called the brand of car is Canibus. I forgot what it's called. So many things, so many clues. But it's a star. It's pretty much the star that we're following, right? And the star actually ends up like staying up there, and it's supposed to be like the coyote star. So in this mission, the Arcadia for Amateurs, it pretty much is the same thing. You have like a guy taking pictures of a bunch of animals. The coyote comes over, he steals his bag, and he runs away, and we have to go chase the coyote. uh Pretty similar to what's happening with the mythological Native American story and the animal and everything, right? um Let me see what Lama said. Lama said, yeah, Sean's the Irish dude. Cool, I got the name right. Seems like in all of the different mythologies, the coyote always steals something. Yes, it's either the fire, like Prometheus, or he steals the blanket full of stars, or he steals something. He's also supposed to be a trickster god. Um, I'm making a whole investigation about that. So that's just some of the things that I wanted to talk about as well within the video. But yes, bro, there's so many clues and so many things related to the coyote. The coyote being something within the Grand Theft Auto universes, the metaverse, right? But here's the thing. This is the last mission that I did in the story. In these two missions, 31.4%. The last mission that I did was Arcadia for amateurs. The last mission, then I did another mission and I saved the game, but it didn't save the name of it didn't update the name of the mission that I put in. It still says Arcadia for amateurs, but this one instead of 31.4, it shows me 32.1%. So obviously there's a difference there. There's some progress. Now, Arcadia for amateurs reminds me too much of the mission that Francis Sinclair gives me, which is called Geology for Beginners. Arcadia for amateurs, Geology for beginners. Pretty, pretty much connecting there, right? Pretty much the same shit, different toilet. Um, Arcadia is also another connection to Grand Theft Auto 5. We have the Arcadia building as well, and there's some craziness going on in the Arcadia building, right? Different characters affiliated with the Arcadia building, the architecture that's in front of the Arcadia building. Fuck, bro. There's so many things related to the Arcadia mystery and building, and this is apparently connected to all this, right? So, the last mission that I did was this one. So let's go ahead and go back in time. Let's go ahead and previously do this one because this is the mission that I wanted to show you guys how I was able to get inside of Francis Sinclair's cabin or Frank Sinclair's cabin without collecting the rock carvings. I thought you could only go inside there once you collected all the rock carvings and see his mural. But apparently, I was able to get inside of his house. I see the mural, and I haven't collected jack shit for this motherfucker. So how? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm the first one that did it. I don't know if it's a glitch. I don't know if I found something. I'm not really sure what's going on, right? This is the first time I'm playing the mission. Lama says something that I think is important. It is that if Arthur dreams of the coyote, it will always be a thunderstorm in his vision. That's another connection to the coyotes and the thunderstorm is the aliens and the UFOs, and I have more connections to that as well in Grand Theft Auto 5. But I'm glad that you're seeing it here, Lama. It says here in his vision, but when he sees the buck, it'll always be sunny. Hmm. Maybe we have some connection with the Chelonian weather trigger you found. Interesting. Okay, so let me go ahead and load up the mission. 31.4%. No rock carvings collected. So I can show you guys. So this mission, I believe, is a bounty hunting mission. I'm supposed to pick up a guy. I think his name is Joshua Brown. Some guy that is apparently like funny enough, he is in the Mount Chilia and Mount Hagen mountain within Red Dead Redemption. He's hiding within the mines, and apparently he murdered some people and ran away, and he's hiding there. So me as Arthur Morgan, I'm supposed to go pick up that bounty. So this is this guy's horse. American Paint.
Come on, girl. Yeah.
As you can tell, I'm all the way up on the top of the mountain. Locate Joshua. Yeah, his name is Joshua Brown. Um, this is where I am in the map, right? All the way on Mount Hagen, getting to the top. Wait, Mount Hagen. Wait, what the hell? I thought Mount Hagen was just was the Chiliad. Apparently, is not. I think maybe Mount Hagen. Wait, what is the same mountain? I thought there were more different mountains. Okay, like I said, I'm still learning the map. As you can tell, I haven't finished even unlocking the map. This is how much I have. Everything else is locked. All this, look, all this is blank. I've never even gone there before. Um, oh, Mount Shan. Okay, so Mount Shan and Mount Hagen. I'm on Mount Shan. I think Mount Shan is where the Chilean mountain is. I'm not really sure. It might be Mount Hagen. You know more about this. But I'm in one of those mountains. I'm all the way on the top, and I'm here to collect this bounty. Joshua Brown. Oh, I think it gives me some information here as well. Joshua Brown, a notorious gunslinger, is wanted for unlawful killings. A $40 reward is to be paid to anyone who apprehends him alive and returns him to Strawberry. Uh, Barely's Dream, Big Valley. We? What is we? I thought it was like northeast or something, but it's we. West east? No, that doesn't make any sense. No idea. I don't know what we stands for or E. W-E. Oh, West Elizabeth. There you go. West Elizabeth. Perfect. Alright. So let me go ahead and do the mission so you guys can see the whole cabin thing. Let me just stop talking all this crap. Proceed with caution, core. Another thing I noticed there is look at this, I guess woods. I don't know if I see things, but this looks like a T. That right there is a T. That looks like a W. I don't know if that's an A or an H or I don't know, but it looks like something is written there. Let me see if I can go in here with the camera. I thought there was something written there. T or a V and then double L, H. I don't know, dude. But it looks like something is written up here.
Dead end. You got nowhere to go, bounty hunter.
I ain't here to kill you.
Wouldn't matter if you were. There's only one way out of here, and that's through me.
Come easy.
He's wearing that baby blue.
Say something to the law.
It ain't gonna be easy. You're gonna have to draw on me to get me out. You might have found me, but you won't beat me, bounty hunter. Damn it! Ah, damn bounty hunting son of a bitch!
Getting kinky here. Let me tie him up.
Let's tie up that shooting arm. We're going back to Strawberry. Comfortable enough for you?
Lama says Mount Shan is the one that's supposed to be Chiliad. Both of those mountains are based on Mount Shasta in real life. Looks like The word twat. Is that what's written there? Let me see now. Now I gotta check it out. Kind of does look like it says twat. CBU twats. Okay, so let's go ahead and drop off this guy. On the way down there,
You didn't even have the decency to do it right.
he's gonna say something that we were just kind of discussing. Maybe it's connected to all this mess that is being shown here.
Duel him, man, and you ought to put him down. Not knock him out and tie him up. You
So
got
just let
no
him talk.
decency, bounty hunter.
Let him talk, let him talk. Eventually he's gonna say the key word, which I think is a connection to all this.
You wouldn't have got me in my younger days. I would have put one in the middle of your eyes before you even blinked. You ain't nothing special. You ain't gonna stay sharp for very long. None of us do.
California Valley Coyote.
I wish you'd killed me back there. A real man would have killed me. A real man wouldn't tie me like this. A real man wouldn't take me in.
Guess I'm not a real man. Another coyote.
I don't deserve this. I deserve to go out with some damn honor. I live by the gun, let me die by it, damn it. That's what I deserve, you damn sneak. You damn gut shooter.
You live by the gun, you live by the sword, and you die by the sword. That's like a biblical verse. I think he's gonna say it right here, watch.
Oh, you other bounty men, you make me sick. You got no pride. Just coyotes fighting over
Coyotes.
someone else's kill. I bet you got a price on you too, somewhere. No one shoots like you do. Hasn't had some practice.
Too many connections with the coyotes. He's even talking about the coyotes. Alright, so right here, I'm gonna encounter a couple of people. This is one of them. That's the second. I think there's a third one around there. Then there's gonna be coming some people down there. But notice how they're all around this location, this house right here. The reason why I went down there is because I thought they were all chilling in that house. I wanted to go ahead and kill the rest of them. I wanted to go ahead
I should have dropped you twice.
and see if they were gonna come behind me and stuff like that, right? So right here, they're gonna try to steal my bounty. They're gonna try to steal Joshua away from me.
That's Big Josh, all right.
Big Josh. Okay, so let's go ahead and stop there for a second. The name Josh or Joshua is also a biblical name. I think it's also it's a Hebrew name. That he's supposed to be related from the stories of Moses. Joshua is supposed to be the guy that leads people to the promised lands. And after Moses dies and everything, right? Because Moses was cursed, even though he was guiding the people through the desert and pretty much his whole life trying to go ahead and free them and get them to the promised lands. He died without being able to finally get to the promised lands. And they were walking around the circle for like 40 years, I think it was. But a bunch of years. They were walking around in circles, and apparently that was a distance that could be traveled within a week or 2 weeks. I don't even know how long it was, but it was a short amount of time that they could have just traveled that distance, but apparently they were going in circles for like 40 years or something insane. Joshua is his, I guess, the person that takes over him afterwards and becomes the leader of the, I guess, the Israel tribe. And they were able to go out, and he was able to go ahead and get people to the promised land. So the name Joshua is connected to the Bible, is connected to Moses, is connected to, I guess, the Torah or the Hebrew and all this. I guess it's the Kabbalah. I don't even know, to be honest, where it's from, to be precise. But I know it's a Jewish name, and it's supposed to mean like the son of God, kind of like in the language that Jesus spoke. I don't know how you say it in English, but in Spanish it's Arameo, Aramaic. I don't know how you say it in English. But his name was Jeshua. It wasn't Jesus. It was Jeshua. So it's kind of like Joshua as well, the son of God. I just wanted to go ahead and point that out. Maybe it's a connection to all these things that we're seeing here.
Hey, he looks heavy. Can we take that bounty off of you?
I can manage him fine.
Then they aim and they start shooting.
Close.
Yeah, there's the other guy.
You know we gonna kill you.
You ain't gonna kill shit, bro.
You killed all those men. You're not better than me.
I'm just another killer like you, brother. So okay, so I did that the first time I did this mission. I went and I followed the yellow line and I went over there. But this next time, I like to fail the missions a bunch of times just so I can see,
Quicker on the draw.
just so I can see different perspectives and outcomes during the mission, right? So I noticed if all these people were chilling around this cabin, I figured there were maybe a treasure, or maybe somebody was hiding in here, or maybe I could go in here and kill some more people, right? And loot them and stuff like that. So I decided to come here and go inside the house. It's not until I went inside the house that I realized whose house this is. And the door opened. This door is supposed to be locked. And again, I thought that you were supposed to only be able to come in here when you collected all the rock carvings. So somehow, some way, this motherfucker has all the rock carvings collected already. They're all like painted here. They're all drawn here. Some are even on the floor and everything. Some of them are on the table. I think there's another one around here as well. Yeah. So all this motherfucker has a bunch of the old brass compasses here. So he's got all the rock carvings already, and I haven't collected anything for him. How do I check my progression? Let me see. Progress, completion, total completion. How do I check the rock carvings? Rock carvings. There are strange carvings in the rocks, but what do they mean? Find Francis Sinclair in Big Valley and locate all the rock carvings, and maybe all will become clear. How do I see how many I have done? Animals, equipment, gangs, horses, shack, animals, both, I'm trying to see if there's a way that I can show you guys that I haven't collected jack shit, dude. How do I do this? I don't think I can. I can't click on it. Okay, let me see if there's another way. Challenges. has to do with animals, story. Oh, so apparently I'm in chapter 2 since you asked me that question. I'm still in chapter 2, bro. I haven't done shit. Um, hmm. I don't know if I can show you guys that I haven't collected any any of the rock carvings. Maybe in the journal. The menu you're in shows it because if you got them, all rocks carvings will be grayed out. Oh, there you go. On the notebook. I got animals here. That's all it shows me. Next page, next page, next page, next page, next page. The bones that are not even dinosaur bones, they're like animal bones. How do I get to that thing? Well, as you can see, there's no rock carvings whatsoever. I've not collected any. I'm trying to see if there's a completion thing that maybe I can show like 1 out of 2, I mean 2 out of 20, or 3 out of 20, 0 out of 20. But it doesn't really give me anything like that. I wanted to just show it to you guys. I guess you just have to believe me on this. But I really haven't collected anything at all. I just barely met him. Oh, you said the one that's pinned to his cabin. Okay, let me see if I see one that's pinned to his cabin. Let me know if I passed it already, because I'm just flipping through them. Oh, there you go, there you go. Okay, so let me see. I never even read this before. Meta Man Francis Sinclair wants to find some odd rock carvings and send him details. Not sure why, I probably won't bother. Francis had bright red hair and a birthmark and spoke in an odd way. Okay, so next page is with R1. Yeah, this is something completely different. Horse overlook. So that was the only thing I showed with Francis. It doesn't show me any carvings that I collected so far. Damn, I just think I just did a different chapter. Let me see. No, chapter left. No, right? Writing out. I think it was around here. There we go. So next page, the horse overlook. It shows me a tree that was going to the side. Chickens. A house. Oh, this is the oh, look right there. Jesus, man, I was talking about this. Okay, so Horseshoe Overlook. Met a nice fella taking photos of animals. Albert Mason, like the Masonians and the Freemasons, no, like the what do you call it, Illuminati people. I think he was called. Kind of interesting and entirely lost and unused to real country, even though he seemed to love it, trying to take pictures of all the biggest predators before they all got killed of before they all got killed themselves by the modern world. Should have gotten him to take a picture of Dodge. Okay, here we go. So Horace Overlook, he got robbed by a coyote. Out of all the animals that could have robbed him, it was a coyote. But I got him his bait back. There you go. That's the end of it. Cannot go anymore, right? And I pretty much shown through all the pages. I think I'm not really sure because I haven't collected any, but I think once you collect rock carving, it actually Arthur draws a picture of the rock carving within his notebook. So as you can tell, I haven't collected any of them. Collected zero, as a matter of fact. There's zero pictures of any rock carvings. I don't even know where they are, to be honest. I haven't YouTube, I haven't looked for a guide or anything like that because I wanted to do it myself. But somehow, this motherfucker was able to go ahead and draw the whole mural without me helping him out. So, there comes the question then. Why does he need the rock carvings when he already has the mural without me getting him the rock carvings? My theory, and this is where it starts getting wild, my theory is that the mural that he draws here is different than from the actual rock carvings. So I'm assuming that what he's trying to get is the difference between what he drew, or I guess this is his vision that he had, or maybe you get me? I don't know. This is something different, but like he's trying to go ahead and compare and contrast the actual rock carvings with his vision. There are small little details on every single.
Him yet.
You gave it to him, yeah. I gave him what, brother? I haven't given him anything yet.
In the future.
Oh, in the future, yeah. I will. Maybe like in 5 months from now when I get there, but not now. I haven't gotten there. I'm like a 30 something percent. So when you look at the rock carvings and Arthur actually draws in his notebook, there is actually small variations from what we're actually seeing in here. I'll give you an example. The one that I can think of the most right now. Let me see. Where is it? This one right here. There is a part. Let me see if I can actually go on picture mode. It'll be easier. This one right here. And this one, or I think is the one the alien. I think is this one.
From the future after you gave him.
I'm assuming if he's a time traveler, that's a possibility too, brother. But then why does he send me to go pick up the rock carvings? You get me? Like it makes no sense. He already had him, or he could just travel through the future and get him from me. So he doesn't really need my help. But here's the thing. On this one, I believe is this one, or I believe is this one. you actually see on the back, in the rock carving, not in this painting, not in the mural that he draws, but in the rock carving, you see like little tiny balls that are like gathered on the background. They're very faint. It's really hard to see them, but they do make a shape, kind of like a bunch of grapes put together, like this triangular looking shape, and it's a bunch of little circles put together. So it looks like a bunch of grapes put together, and that's a connection towards. Let me show you.
If he never ask you, he won't get from you never.
That is a connection to this guy right here. The Bacchus Bridge, the Bacchus Station. Bacchus or Dionysus is the like he's a god of different things, fertility, what do you call it, like ecstasy, fuck a bunch of other things. One of the apparently he's a god of wine. And how do you make wine? You make them out of grapes. We also have within Grand Theft Auto 5, we have the grape seed, and we have the grape, like the whole vineyard where they have like apparently there's a message on there. Nobody knows if it's Morse code or something like that, but there's apparently a message within the vines that it's still nobody has been able to decipher it. But we see a bunch of connections in here with all this, the Bacchus, Dionysus, the God of Grape. There's grapes within the mural, Francis Sinclair, Frank Sinclair, and just too many things that are being shown, to be honest. Um, so that is a perfect example of the difference between the actual mural right here that we see or he draws and what is actually being drawn within the mural itself. Why would he leave out the grapes? I think it's such an important like aspect of the whole mystery of the whole connection with Bacchus and Dionysus and the code. Dionysus has a code too, and he's kind of like Jesus, you know, where he like apparently comes back from the dead, gets resurrected. So many things. It gave me so many things that are being connected to that. There are other things. Again, I haven't connected the mural myself, the the rock carvings, but there are small little details that if you really pay attention to them, you can tell that the drawings here, the mural has different things being drawn. Now, why does he leave things out? Why doesn't he like draw the thing perfectly? I don't know. I mean, I think that's a clue, as a matter of fact. He's either well, he's a time traveler, so he might be changing things. Um, I also noticed that within some parts, you can actually see some letterings. They're so faint and they're almost impossible to see. Like, see right here, I see there's a 488, and I think that's a 44 or 99. I'm not really sure, but those are numbers. For sure, those are numbers. You also have some numbers here and some letters. Let me see if I can play around with the settings a little bit more. That's this field. '86 Shrine FR-7 32. What are these things, brother? This looks like a list to me. Shrine and then W, so I'm assuming Shrine West or something. Cut U. I can't really tell what it says. Here we have the FR34. Let me see if I can mess around with the brightness. Yeah, but there's definitely things written all over this mural that I can't really see what it says. Some of them I can see, and they make very little to no sense. Another thing that I saw was his eye was different in some of the pictures. Let me see. Where was it? Oh, here. So here we see him with the birthmark eye, right? He has got like a patch in his eye. And the patch is filled and is black. Or in his case it would be like red. When we look and he's going in the portal, right? On the next slide, when he comes out of the portal, again, this is his same side, his right side. His right side has the birthmark, but apparently is not dark inside anymore. It has like a white part of it. So it changed from like with him coming out of the portal. Look at his eye again. It's white in the inside here, and it's black inside here.
Glasses.
No, I don't think he's got glasses on, to be honest. He doesn't even wear glasses. Oh, you mean on this one? Maybe you're right. I do see how, but then he doesn't have the earpiece of the glasses. Unless he's Morpheus and he's wearing those fucking glasses that have no like earpieces, like the ear legs, you know, like the legs for the ears. Same here. Look, he has like his eye. Don't look at the marking. Let's look at his eye directly. His eye seems to be white inside, and here his eye seems to be black inside. Let me see if I can mess around with the lenses. Let me see. High, no advanced. Low exposure, blur. No, I think the blur is fine. Like this. We just have to mess around with the darkness. Whoa, that looks like when I'm drunk. Okay, no. Yeah, so it's almost impossible to figure out what it says here. No idea what it is. But there's definitely things written down there. Oh, I think it's a house. I see like a rooftop. I might be wrong, but I think it might be a house. Filters. Let's see if the filters change anything. Okay, so maybe I can see some things like this better. Okay, so let's see. So let me go back. What is this right here? What is that? Oh, I think that might be the paper being broken. Yeah, I don't think this filter helps me see many of the things that are being written on the back. You can kind of see some better, but the others you mainly cannot see. Okay, so let me switch the filter again. This one looks a little bit better. Woodbury type. So like says, you know that theory, the mystery is actually a message placed about happening behind the scenes. Oh, I don't think he's watching my stream. Alright, so let me see. Let me continue with this. Oh, look over here. I see the word red. Damn. What the fuck? I thought I saw it for 1 second. Maybe if I switch back the filter. Yeah, I see it here. So I see the word red here. R-E-D. Could that be a red heifer? Like a red heifer that needs to be sacrificed, maybe? $76.
Could be numbers.
Yeah, yeah, like this one definitely says 76. Now, why is the word or the letters, the number is 76 here? Do
Look at the
the
center head right eye.
do the wagons actually have like a number or no? So look at the center head right eye. Let me see.
Then the cow's right ear.
Center head right eye. I see like a 6. or a 16, depending on how you see it. And then you said the cow's right ear. This is, I don't know, this is a cow or a bull. Does this look the same? Let me see, this animal, does it look the same as this one right here? Red Cool X, or I don't know what it says, but I think I see the word cool, or maybe a G at the end.
The year can be a 3.
The year could be a 3. Oh yeah, I kind of see it. I do see it. I think you see the cowboy that's on top of the cow or the bull. I think he has his hand and he's touching like an 8 that's written on the cow. I guess I don't know if that's a cow or a bull, but it looks like the number 8. Red cage maybe. I see number 4884 again. So this is a pattern, you get me? Like he draws it in this little section and then he draws it in this big section as well. I wonder when we see the actual rock carvings if they show those numbers, the 488, the 48844. And then it kind of says like square, I think. It says a 2 and then an M on the top. I'm not sure if I can read that right or not, but I see different things. Let's see what else we can see. Okay, so let's go individually one by one. Let me see. Exposure. Where can we see the brightness? Oh, it's because of the filter dishonorable. Lama says, really interesting that the same number 48899 shows up twice, right? It shows it on the small one and shows it in the big pictures. I'm telling you, I wonder if it actually shows in the actual rock carving. I've yet to see any of the rock carvings myself. But when I get there, I'm definitely gonna be taking a bunch of pictures to see if we see any of the writings that he has here. Let me see. Exposure, blur, filters. Let's try a different filter. Let's see. Whoa, this is injure. Now one of let me see, Eagle Light. Wow. One of the filters I'm assuming is when you're drunk. No, I think the camera starts waving, kind of like in Grand Theft Auto. He mentions, oh, like, are you drunk, right? Like the guy says, Arthur, are you drunk? And then Frank says, Jazz, no, I wish. So, and there's beer bottles. Here we go, drunk. There's beer bottles around his house. There's a bunch of them, as a matter of fact. So I wonder if there's something that we can see from the mirror that we can only see when we're drunk. Red is there too as well. As far as the small one, I see it right there too. And then what is that? An E and an L? Trippy. That one says like. And then a K. I can't really read what it says. It doesn't help that it's really faint. It doesn't help that he writes like a fucking doctor. It doesn't help that I have to play with all these different filters in order for me to kind of see what was being drawn. But there's definitely things being drawn. There's definitely things like being hidden here. I see the number 4 again right there. And it's right next to his hand. I see the number 7 right here. So maybe he is right. Maybe there's a bunch of numbers as well. I wonder what the numbers mean though. Okay, so let me just show you guys the mural itself really quick. As far as what we see normally, let me see. So filter, let's put it back to normal. Oh, Nor. Like LA Nor? That's cool. Post-apocalyptic. What type of filter is called post-apocalyptic, brother? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me check things out with a post-apocalyptic filter. Yeah, still doesn't help too much. But it's really clear though. And then those letters on the bottom are so small that it's almost impossible to see them. There's something here. Oh, I think that's him. That's actually him. Like, let me see. So this part right here in white, I think is this part right here. Let me see. Let me look at it again. Is this one right here? So you see how like his, let me see, his left arm and his left leg are still within the portal. I think we see that here as well. Where did it go? Here. I see his head, I see a right arm, and I see a right leg coming out. It's kind of like it was traced on top, or like it was drawn on top, and then you have the markings, the indentation of the paper just being marked here on top. Lama says, I looked at the carvings up close and I didn't see any of the writings you see behind it in the drawing, but maybe I could have missed them. Wonder why Francis added them or where they came from. That's definitely a better version of it. Yeah, right? Like that's definitely the same picture. This guy right here in white is this guy right here in black. Let's see what else we can find. Now let me see something because I mean I only was able to see this guy when we put the post-apocalyptic filter. If I switch the filter, if I switch a filter, am I gonna still be able to see this part right here? Let me see. Yeah, nowhere shows it. So like here, I so freaking faint that I would consider it like impossible to see, to be honest. Here is a lot more visible, dishonorable. Here I barely can see it. Here I can see it. This one barely can. Oh, what the hell is this? Predator? Predator? Whoa. Predator. Is that how predators look? Alright, so let me compare again. Filters. So we got Eagle Eye, a Spectator Cam, Dead Eye, Drunk, Kill Cam, Dead Eye Core, Health Core, Stamina Core, Weapon Wheel, and credits. Wait, did I see something here too? What does that say? Jeez. I cannot tell what it says, but I see something here. Maybe it's part of this drawing right here. I don't know, man. This is kind of like kind of difficult to figure out what it says or what it was. I see the word power in here. Let me see. Look, power. That I can see. POWER. And there's something like drawn under power too.
Power cage.
Power cage, is that what it says? Yeah, probably. I see a C and I see something that looks like a G, so probably says power cage. Alright, let's look at more filters. None. Okay, so this is just regular. What the hell? The Gero type? Let me see what this looks like. Oh god, I can barely see anything here. Fill maybe? Some parts are just so dark. Uh, yeah, this filter sucks. Okay, so next one. Whoa. Calotype negative. Kind of like a picture. The negative picture side of it. Can we see the white one? No, right? Nope. See, in some filters, some of the things look impossible to see. Like they just completely like invisible. In some other filters, you can easily see them. So we just have to play around with the different filters to see more things. See more butts. Tiny type. This guy right here reminds me of Impotent Rage with that jaw like that. Impotent Rage. Okay, let's see what else. Another filter. Woodbury type. Carbon print. Silver gallatin. Platinum print.
Maybe you should see again when the sun is shining trough the windows.
Oh, that's a good idea. Cyanotype. Cyanotype. So we know that cyan is connected to the epsilon program. I did notice that the sun comes out of here. Like everything is closed. All the windows are like locked. You cannot see anything. None of the windows, the door is locked, everything is locked, right? All the windows are boarded up. The only thing that you can see out of and any natural light comes out of will be this right here. And I think this is also going towards a mountain. Well, before I was able to go ahead and see a mountain up there, but I cannot see it anymore. Okay, so now that we're back here, let's go ahead and review other things that I wanted to also check with you guys. So we have a bunch of the pictures here, right? We have all the pictures put together. Let me review them really quick. From the top left, we have, I guess, the left side of this part of with a bunch of faces. I guess that's his premature.
What time is it now?
I don't know. I don't know how to check through here. Give me 1 second. Let me see. How do I check? Fuck, bro. I don't have a cell phone here like in GTA. Well, it looks like it's daylight. Yeah, it's daylight. Menu? Menu, I don't see anywhere. Map, progress, player, story. I don't know where, brother.
There was it.
Boy, we're getting kinky tonight. Let me see. So you said on menu where? Story? No, I don't see the time here. Player? No. Progress?
Up.
No. Pressing up? Pressing up is the horse.
Above the map word.
Oh, I see it. I'm assuming it's 6:12. Does it look like it's 6:12? Yeah, maybe 6:12 in the morning. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you guys again. Okay, so free mode. So we have the faces on the right side, then we have the, I guess, lights, and then this turning thing. I don't know what you call it, like this right here, like a part of a wheel from a type of
I'll
mechanism.
check that later if the sun can shine to the board.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, you see it's kind of like shining here.
Through that small window.
Yeah, that'll be very interesting to check. Or maybe with the sun alignment, with the moon alignment, that'll be very interesting to see if it actually shines something here. Because I think that's a clue. The fact that everything is boarded up, but only this part right here is not. I think it's so a lunar light can come down or a sunlight can come down and maybe shine upon something. So
Exactly.
that's very interesting. Um, that's one of the things that I noticed, and I also noticed I was here at a different time, but the first time that I was here, I was able to go ahead and look through the window, and I was able to see a mountain all the way back there. I guess because of the time that I'm in right now, I cannot see anything. It's so blurry, but I think you can see a mountain back there. Maybe you can see through. Maybe I don't know. You're supposed to like go up the mountain and shoot through the window. Maybe at some time of the game or something. I don't know. But let's go back to this. Okay, so you have, I guess, his mustache, and then you have the death on the back. On the bottom right, let me see, can I make this less blurry? Oh, what does that say? I see a YCO at the end, but it says,
Trelawney.
is that what it says? I don't know what it says. I think that's an F? FRCO or FI Firco Finco. I don't know what it says. Trinco. Not really sure. Then we have here. We have this part that is on this part of the thing with the shrine. This one right here. That I can definitely tell. It says shrine. And then there's like a path, there's a line that goes to the right, so I'm assuming that's part of a map. And then the word field on the top. This part is right here. It says shrine is the same path to the right. And then there's a bunch of letters that I cannot tell any of them, to be honest. Then we have the rocket and the DNA. And this house seem to be on fire. You have the houses, you have the rooftops. I'm assuming that's a rocket. It's going up. We have the DNA strand. And we have the smoke coming out of it. Then here, I think here we cannot see anything at all. Okay, so let me play around with the filters on this one to see if we see anything here at all. This one's a little bit better. I think on the bottom left, there's an arrow going to the top. But as far as what it says, I cannot read it. Let me see if somebody sent me something. True. Jeez, what is the hell does that say? Yeah, I mean in this picture I cannot see it. I see an FR something GNG or something. I don't know. Can't see it. Okay, so let me see again. Filters. Exposing some light. Nothing. This is almost impossible for me to figure out what the hell this is. Bright all the way. Dark all the way. Next filter. Bright all the way. Dark all the way. Next filter. Phew, even worse. Next filter. Can't see anything here. Tonic. Can't see anything in here. Oh fuck. Okay, next filter. No, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get anything out of all the filters here. Okay, so let's go back to the regular filter. Did I pass? Oh, here we go. None. Alright, so next we have the alignment of, I guess, the Saturn and the Moon. Starting from the bottom, we have. Let me see if I can make it better. We have Francis going in with his left hand and left leg within the portal. Then we have the building. That building looks like from GTA. Like in Los Santos. This one, I don't know what it is. Looks like some legs, then a person. Let me see, maybe I can see it from here. Like in a person, kind of like, I think he's hugging somebody or something. No, I don't see it here. Like, pretty interesting. Maybe it's two people hugging. I'm not really sure what it is, but I see somebody kind of like laying down with an arm going around and kind of like hugging somebody or something. On this one, we see Francis being in the middle, kind of like on this one right here. Let me see if there's any difference on this one. We have one eyebrow. We have the mark on the right side. His eyes kind of look like there's a number 26, and his left eye looks like a 6 with the eyebrow with the 1, kind of like 16. Does this one have the same thing? Yeah, one eyebrow, marking on the right side, number 2 on the left, on the right eye 2. Yeah, almost the same thing. That nail on the middle of his forehead kind of looks like it's a third eye though. Does this one have it? No. But he does have that eye on top. Kind of like the eye was lifted from him. Okay, next we have the actual mural here. So let's go ahead and go individually, one by one. Each section. We have the same alignment of the Saturn and we have the moon. It's a half moon. It's not even a full moon. Kind of reminds me of the 7th generation mission that we did, Llama. Whenever you're climbing the mountain and then the moon shape changes. It goes from like that to like the opposite side. It's still like a half moon, but it switches from the right side to the left side completely. The color of the sky changes, and it also reminds me of the whole sermon where the people committed suicide, the seventh gate people that committed suicide, where it says like under the half moon, and they're gonna worship Lord Kukuwaba, and that is a half moon as well. So I wonder if that is a connection to all this as well. Then we have the skyscrapers, we have the UFO, we have, it looks like a nuclear explosion here. We have the houses on fire. We have the DNA strand like we did before and everything. Now there seems to be some lines coming either to or from Saturn are being drawn, I guess, into the city. We have, I think this is the blimp. Which reminds me, I first thought when I first saw this mural that this thing right here, these lines, especially because there's a boat on the back, I thought that this meant the flood, the great flood, right, with the water coming in. But the more I saw it, and the more I guess we played Grand Theft Auto, I played the Dax missions, and in one of those missions, you're on a motorcycle, and you're floating through the air. You're riding your motorcycle, and you're going up, kind of like in this point of view, and it looks like you're climbing towards the same mural, I guess, that you're seeing right now, the buildings and everything, and then you have the blimp. The blimp explodes, and then Dax makes a connection or a comment saying, "Oh, you thought it was. What do you think was inside of there? You thought it was just confetti, right?" Now I just noticed something else here too. This right here, those towers with smoke, it looks like the towers that Michael fell out of when he commits suicide, or Franklin just lets go of him. But I think those are the towers where Michael dies from. This right here, it looks like the pyramid building that's in front of the Penrith building. We have the atom right here. Do I see any balls? Maybe I see one. Trying to figure out what atom it is. If it has 3 lines, then it has 3 electrons usually, no? So let me see. What is it? Hydrogen? What element has 3 electrons? Lithium. The element with 3 electrons is lithium. But let me see. In the drawing, it has. Yes, it has 3. Lithium. Maybe lithium batteries, maybe to go ahead and charge something. Then we have this that seems like a plane. And it is dropping like an angel. We have like 3 people here put together. Or maybe this is it looks like he's worshiping somebody or something. We have what looks like some dead people on the floor. We have the changes. So funny if you see it from the bottom right, it starts with death and it moves to the left. There's an arrow. It goes to a child. Then if it goes to the top, it looks to like a grown man, kind of like what Francis now looks like, or a younger guy. Then we have what the thing that looks like impotent rage. Then we have Jesus, I don't know. That's a guy like from George Washington times with those weird wigs. And then we have the actual Kraft here, the descendant of Kraft. In this newspaper, what did that say? Proclamation. Is this the Proclamation of Independence? Let me see what the actual thing looks on Google to see if it kind of looks like this. Proclamation of Independence. Images. Yeah, it actually does look like this, as a matter of fact. So I'm assuming that this is a page of the Proclamation of Independence? Why? Don't know. I mean, you kind of do have like I said, the George Washington looking type of guy here, so maybe it's all connected to this. Do I see anything else here? Let me mess around with the filters, exposure. No, it's so difficult to see. But I'm assuming that is the, like I said, a piece of the Proclamation of Independence. Let's see what else I can find. We have the wheels turning. That guy. And this one, I cannot see anything here. Him going through the portal. Lightnings and light coming out of his, what is that, his right eye? And his left eye. So his hands are the ones that are kind of like opening the portal. There's a lightning strike here on the side. On both sides, and there's more lightnings here. This looks like a what is that called? A papyrus or paper from like the Declaration of Independence. We have his leg coming out of the portal. I guess that's part of the portal too. Now, I just noticed something. Look, in this part of the portal, it looks like it's the bottom piece, right? In the middle of it, in the, let me see, it has stripes, one stripe, two stripes, three stripes, four stripes. In the second stripe, it's kind of like whited out. And in the first stripe too, there's like a circular thing as well. Like like erased or something. When you go over here, it's not whited out. And all the stripes are filled in. Why is that? Here we have the corner part of the portal. This looks like it's fire to me. I'm not really sure, but it looks like it's fire. Then you have a bunch of numbers, like a coordination. You have kind of like the map, the shrine, Hickmore or something like that. I don't know what it says on the right side. You have the number 44, 82. You have the 86, 61 around a circle. You have the letters FR-7. On top of that, I see a 32, maybe 90C4. Maybe, I'm not really sure. Then you have here is three people. Looks like, to me, it looks like they're slaves. And they're pulling on strings that are attached to the what do you call it? The obelisk. And the obelisk is being erected. We have, I guess these are pyramids. This pyramid seems to be missing a chunk over here. But there are two pyramids, maybe more. I think this one is missing the chunk here on the side. You have the numbers 48844 or 99. You have some plants, look like corn to me. And you have a big plant where it looks like a human is being grown out of. And that looks like water, like somebody's watering, harvesting the humans, I'm assuming. Kind of like body harvest. You have what looks like a Roman soldier. This I thought it was like the George Washington wig guy and everything, but now I'm looking at it because of the legs and the way it's positioned and the pyramids, and now it looks like the Sphinx. You have some type of I guess list of things or activities or people or something. But the fact that it says shrine, I'm assuming there's locations. And then field. So different locations. I see 24, 21 maybe under it, 22. So those seem to be like a list. You have also here Francis coming out after he opens the portal with his hand. I'm assuming he's able to come out. The number 4 right at his hand. You have the boat. You have what looks like a meteor. That's a star or a, what is it called? Shoryuken or a Shoryu? Something like that. So a Japanese ninja star to me, kind of. You have a wagon, the word red. You have the cow or the bull or the ox, whatever it is. Same thing here. The number 76, a guy like lifting up either a wand or a sword or a stick. And then pretty much the same things here. Now, if you look at the floor, there's some of those some of those pictures being shown here. This one is blank. The only thing that draws my attention to this one is that it has like a border. None of the other pictures have a border on them. But this one does have a border. Next, we have cut off paper. This one, it's a piece of the letter. And I see the word American. United States. United States of America, that's what it says. So I'm assuming it is part of the Constitution. This, I have no idea what this is, to be honest. Trying to look at it from the left, from the right, from the top, from the bottom. Can't really see what it says or what it is. Then we have more of those pictures, like here on his desk. We have more of the writings here. Again, this is the same thing. United States of America. Looks like it's different copies of the same thing. This one, I cannot see anything. I don't know if it's this way. I don't know if it's this way instead. But it's something. We have a piece of the... It looks like those towers, the smoke. And the road that's climbing up on the buildings. We have Francis's hand opening up the portal and the lightning on the back. And then lastly, we have another one here, which is Francis's... I don't know if it's the... It looks like it's the leg because of the sock. Yeah, it's his leg going inside of the portal with his left hand and his left leg. Now this right here, I don't know what it is, to be honest. It looks like to me like a hand, kind of like when you get your hand wet and you imprint it like on a cloth and it just shows like the outline of your hand, except this is not a hand. It looks like it's a tentacle. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like to me. Let me see what you said. You sent me a message. I wonder if you get the carvings on this file, if Arthur's reaction to the mural might be slightly different during the cutscene since he's already seen it. Usually it shocks him during the cutscene and takes him by surprise. I wonder, yeah, this is the second time that he'll be seeing something, so he won't be so shocked afterwards. So look, here we have beers. Apparently this guy's been drinking beer. He's been drinking something that is called, I think, the Pioneer beer. Pioneer's Extra Lager. What does it say here? Registered Company, USA. So So that's what he's been sipping on. And there's beer here, beer here. I think there's more. That might be one. No, it's something else. Oh yeah, beer here. This is a different type of beer, but he's been sipping on that beer too. I think I saw some beers here too. Yeah, that's another beer right there. Can I make this less? How do I make this? Let me see. How do I change this? That looks better. So yeah, he's got beers everywhere. This looks like he's been cooking something or something wet was placed here, maybe like a beer. And here we have something that we can pick up as a matter of fact. It's a compass. Compass with coordinates.
Straight to beer. Could have been sarsaparilla.
Sarsaparilla. Kifflom, brother, thank you for joining us. Let me see what else we can find. Another thing that okay, so let me go directly towards the things that I thought were
Glad to be here.
that were really important. So within all the things that we see, like in the kitchen, and the cabin is only one room. Within the room, you have the kitchen, you have the living room, you have the study room, I guess. You have the cabinets here with the kitchen. You have the dining table. You have the door entrance. You have, I guess, a barrel here with all that he's drinking. This looks like he's been having some type of animal in here. It's like a basket, and I'm assuming that the reason why he has a hole in it is to either let the animal in, let it out, or maybe let it breathe. We have a cabinet here. We have wood log for the fire
Any
here.
labels on the barrel or anything else?
No, I didn't see any labels on the barrel. Let me check again. No.
Also known as a flower basket, could be for flowers the open.
But I don't see no flowers anywhere around. Let's see what else. Trying to see if there's anything behind the cabinet. No. Kind of looks like something written down there, but no, I think it just scratches. We have wood log. We have a book. It's like a blue book. We have the candle. And this mesh looking thing. It reminds me kind of like the flower, the lotus flower. It's also affiliated with like the yoga people, yoga stuff. Let me see here. This right here is what I wanted to show you guys. So this, what type of animal is this? Is this a duck?
You think he is his own father like in the movie Predestination? Pheasant.
You think he's his own father like in the movie? I don't think I've seen that movie before. No, I don't. I think his father. We see him. But I don't think it's his. He is his own father, to be honest. Um, you say it's a pheasant. Let me see what Google says about pheasants.
The bird is a pheasant, Cornish game hen.
Pheasant bird, not burn bird. Jesus, pheasant bird. Kind of does look like it's a pheasant bird. Does it have the long ass tail? Let me see. Kind of hard to see.
Yes, they are known for their tails. It's a game bird people hunt for sport.
Francis doesn't look like he's a hunter though. Yes, it does kind of have like the long tail. The neck, it does have the white line on it. It does have the red eye. The peak is white as well. Yes, it does look like a pheasant bird.
It is a classic stuffed animal you see almost anywhere.
But here's the thing: when I think of like stuffed animals, I think of like a deer here, like on the roof, right, coming out, or like a bear or something like that, or like a bear on the rug, right? But he doesn't seem to have any animals whatsoever. So something is important out of that one animal that he has. Let me see. The pheasant bird has multiple meanings, including a symbol of good luck, a source of
Just a game
food,
bird, usual must be startled and shit in the air.
and a sign of power and authority. Symbol of good luck. Some consider the pheasant to be a strong symbol of good luck. In Chinese culture, the golden pheasant is thought to be the ancestor of the phoenix and the represents auspiciousness style. Source of food. Peasants are often hunted for sport and food. The Romans valued pheasant meat and bred them with peacocks as a sign of wealth. In some European communities, Jews ate pheasants because it was considered a kosher bird. The sign of power and authority. In Qing dynasty, in Qing dynasty of China, high-ranking bureaucrats wore robes with images of the golden pheasant to symbolize their power and authority. Other meanings: the pheasant is a large, long-tailed bird that is related to the chicken. A pheasant's call sounds like a rusty sink or value being turned, or valve being turned. The pheasant's diet consists of seeds, grains, roots, berries, insects, fresh green shoots, spiders, earthworms, and snails. So the one thing that drew my attention the most when I read all this is that it's connected to the phoenix, which is kind of like what Francis Sinclair is. Francis Sinclair apparently goes through some type of reincarnation where he goes from baby Francis.
Oh, that's right, a usual Chinese tattoo associated with a phoenix.
Where he goes from baby Francis to, I mean, from like mature old Francis to baby Francis, like here. So maybe is that connection here? Maybe that's why they're putting the fees in here. Now let's look at his hat right here. He has a hat apparently, and it looks like it's a man's hat, so it's not like a woman's hat. This right here, it makes it look like it's one of those. What is it? The Pioneer. Um, Let me look at it in Google really quick so I can confirm. Pioneer hat. Guess kind of looks like a pioneer's hat. Let me see more pictures.
I could see that association, since GTA is full of the Reborn One symbols. He
There
will
you
rise
go.
again.
Exactly, dude. And the Epsilon is they do believe in reincarnation. They do believe that being able to just die and be able to go ahead and move on to the next vessel. So it's another connection right there. Remember that he's also an Epsilonist as well. Pioneer hat. A pilgrim hat,
Be
I think.
reborn again.
Yeah. So I think this is a pilgrim hat, right? So, okay,
From the egg.
so we have a connection here. We have the pilgrim hat, and then we have the jeez, why is this so blurry?
Yes, he is on a journey.
And then we have the pioneer beer. So maybe that's another connection to both things over here. Here, I was able to find some Dr. Richards. Apparently, there's a tooth over here. Tooth powder. Then the letters get very small and I can barely see them. But apparently, it's Dr. Richards tooth powder. Then we have health cure. Oh, look, he does
I
have some
use
type
it.
of plants. He does have. I use it. He does have some type of plants here. I thought he didn't have any plants whatsoever. He's got a shovel here. And then this looks like a, I guess like a liquor bottle or something. The bed sheets, is this a torn? Yeah, right. It looks like it's torn. Yeah, it's definitely torn. And under his bed, let me move this guy here because I gotta go under his bed. So first, let's look at the pattern on the rug. It looks like it's just flowers. This might be like a daisy flower because of the white and the yellow in the middle. And then under the bed, he's got some books. Can I focus on the books? It doesn't have any writing, so I can try to figure out what type of books they are. And then here he has a bunch of letters. Can we read any of that? Let me see. Let me go up a little more. This is as close as I can get to. Ah, fuck, bro. I cannot read anything here. The bottom, I guess, is signed by Daniel J. Cat, you hungry? Why are you fucking meowing, girl? Daniel J.
Screenshot.
Marco? I'll take a screenshot. Let me see if I mess around with the filters. Maybe I can see a little bit better this.
I could tilt the image on my art app and zoom in. I'm driving ATM, so gonna be quiet for a bit.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you for helping me. No worry, you don't have to rush. It's just something that eventually we want to figure out what this is, you know? I think this is definitely a clue. You can kind of read what it says, but it's gonna take a long time in order to try to figure out what it says.
Looks readable.
You might be a doctor, brother, because I cannot read that shit, to be honest. Uh, my longing.
I'm trained in cursive and read really old books.
I'm trained in cursive too. I write cursive, but shit, bro, this goes beyond cursive. Uh, Selman, Mr. Thomas, fuck, Puddingers, I guess. And me, a fuck, dude, I can't read what it says. Something marble, I think. Something non. I'm assuming issue. Selling attention. And a photograph. Handed. I cannot read the part. I think it says Paris. Fear. Something. To caliber or believer. That though. That the. Fuck. Rifle. I can't read that one either. Something to form. No, bro. I can read like maybe 2 words out of like 10. You in nothing but fuck, dude. Something to my hands and attention. To that effort, all the something uh, his no, bro, I'm gonna take a picture of this because I sound like an idiot just reading this, bro. I cannot read like half of it. But I think definitely this is a clue. Why would he be having this in his cabin? Why would it be under the table? You get me? So it requires a real hunter for us to do an investigation like this, to take pictures, to decipher the letter, to you get me, like too many things. So I think this is definitely a clue. This is something I've never seen anybody talk about before, and I think we should definitely take our time trying to figure out what it says, because it could be a clue towards something bigger here. I'll take another screenshot. Let me see other filters to see if it gets better. Maybe that one is a little bit better. Alright, so let's go ahead and keep moving then. We have this right here, also that's under his bed. He has 3 different things under his bed. He's got the book, he's got the letter. It looks like he might even be writing a book himself. And we have a pot, or maybe it's one of those bathrooms that people used to have, like.
In
So,
context, it sounds like he is selling the pictures you take of carvings.
huh? You think so? I don't know. He said something about Paris, and I don't see anything about Paris here. I could be wrong. But it looks like kind of like maybe it could be a pot, or it could be like one of those old time people used to have like bathrooms, like little pods like that, like under the bed, so they don't have to go pee or take a shit, like and run around to the bathroom, look for a bathroom like late at night. So we just shit in there, pee in there, and then just take their nasty shit like afterwards and clean it out from the pot. Here is the bag as well. This kind of reminds me of the bag that the coyote stole from the photographer. I'm gonna have to check that as well later on to see if it's the same bag or not. We have rifle cartridges.
Chamber pot.
Chamber pot. There you go. And then we have more of his books. The first time I met him, when we were outside of this house right here, and he was sitting right there on the entrance. He did have a book next to him, and I zoomed into the book, and I noticed that he was carrying a book. He's always carrying a book, apparently. And from the looks of it, he has books here. You get me? And he looks like he's writing a book here too. Like those looks like loose pages that he's been putting together to maybe create a book. He's got another book here right here. So could it be possible that he might be a writer? Lama says something. Let me see. Lama said, "Gotta head up, brother. Awesome stream. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Good luck out there." That thing is to like wash clothes. Is there any pattern on this rug right here in front of the mural? There's a hole in it. Kind of looks like a skull. With the eyes, the nose, the mouth. The sword coming in the third eye. That's kind of like the vibe that I get from that skull right there. I mean the rug. This I don't know what this is, to be honest. He's got another bag. He's got a racket, like a tennis racket, I guess. Is he a tennis player? Does he have two rackets or just one? Two, right? Yeah, looks like it's two rackets. Look, more beer. More of those Pioneers beers. Extra lager. A.D. Dunbar. Sons. Sugar. Second rocking. Some sugar canes. Schmitz. Baked beans in tomato sauce. Delicious, hot to cold.
I have to check, but don't know if tennis was invented at the time.
Let's check. Let's check. That's a good idea. So let's see. When was tennis invented? The modern game of tennis was invented in 1843 and 1874 by Major Walter Clopton Wingfield. However, the origins of tennis came to be traced back to ancient civilizations. When was the first match invented? Tennis has roots back to the ancient Mediterranean, but it was truly popularized in the 11th and 12th century, when monks and members of French court took a liking to the game. Modern tennis was invented when a game of outdoor lawn tennis was adapted from the medieval game in 1873. Long, long, long time ago. I also noticed, look, in this cabinets and in this cabinets too, like on the bottom, he has like some type of newspaper here. But it's not in all of them. You see, this one is different. This one, it seems to be like a wallpaper. But in this one that's on the most bottom, he does have some type of newspaper on it. As far as clothing, I don't see anything that draws my attention. This looks more like bed sheets. Yeah. It looks more like bed sheets than anything else, to be honest. There's a circular pattern here, maybe something wet, maybe like a pan. He's got a couple of knives, but one's still sitting here. Nothing too crazy about the pattern of the knives. As far as the spoon, it does have a pattern here. I'm assuming that's a rose, like some type of rose. I'm not really sure though. But it does look like a rose to me. The whiskey glasses, they have the canis, what is the canister from GTA. But it does look like it does have the shape. It's a star with, let me see, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 different sides or points. Big Valley peaches. We got the salt and the pepper. And again, more of the silverware. So silverware don't really have the marking on the silverware.
Give me a bit, BRB.
All right. The only ones that do are this ones right here, the spoons. They seem to have like some type of like, to me it looks like the stem going up and it looks like a flower, kind of like a rose. We have a star looking thing. Let me count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is the same, the star again. For toilet, bath, and nursery purposes. What is this? BS Edwards. J. I can't read what it says. GELA Gelatics? Gelatin? Yeah, I guess gelatin. Well, stiffen. Market maybe? Oh, here comes. Oh, here comes the hard liquor. He's got some old what? Old Waghorn Bourbon. Straight bourbon whiskey. Next we got the, I can only read R-E Wary. Maybe strawberry? No, I don't know. Spring water. Pure beer. Then here we have uh, kettle. Render large. Hot wood and more Morton. Something something USA. And then I can't read the bottom. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to show you guys. I mean, he has a crazy looking knife over here. Let me see if I can expose it better. Crazy big knife, but like nothing too crazy about it. Like there's no markings, there's no animals, there's no letters, there's nothing written on it. Those kind of look like letters, but I think they're written in all of them. Yep. We have some pans. We got some food, like some canned food. Looks like it was tomato sauce. Some silverware. More pans. Kidney beans. Flock of sparrow. Baked beans. Grits. Secondary day. Something grits. Clam juice. The bulldog's lip. We have a bottle with like the 10-sided star as well. Again. Father Abraham's. Cane sugar and maple sugar. Is that cognac? Richness. Remain. I don't know. It looks like to be just consumables, to be honest. Domestic band cigars. Doesn't look like he's smoking any redwoods or debonairs. Anything on the glass? Nope. More cigars. Coffee. A coffee pot. More pots and baskets. Box over here. More liquor bottles. Containers. And then what is this? Lettuce? Lettuce. Is he kind of like harvesting people? Or is he to free the harvested people? Anything on the handkerchiefs or any of the cloths that we see here? Other than holes? I see nothing in particular, just a pattern of like, I guess some flowers. He's got a satchel right here. Satchel doesn't seem to have any crazy like symbols on it. Then we got his jacket over here. Along of the barrel, hopefully filled with some beer. We have a map of the world. Another compass right here on the map of the world. That seems to be Australia. The war of Australia versus America. Something GTA related in history. Why is there a connection between like this big though? Between Iceland and Canada. Hmm. What about the poles? The poles are just a circular golden point. And then we have more books on his table. This one seems to just have like an O, I guess. But the book doesn't really have like a title. And then under his table we have like, it looks like a list. A list of either locations or items and numbers on the right side. Trying to zoom in to see if I can read anything from there. I really doubt it. I see numbers. Number 14, 7, 2, 19, 54, 6, 4. Cannot read the next number. And the next one is 5, 27, 22, maybe 7. And the last one, maybe 39, 89, something like that. As far as the letters in the inside, I cannot read them. Other than that, let's see what I can pick up. I can pick up some rifle cartridges. Let's see what he's got in his drawer. Cigarettes. Some gloves. And I think that's some type of notebook. Shotgun shells. The rug right here looks like it's a target. I wonder if I can shoot it. Nope, nothing different. Here's your cabinet. Some biscuits. I think that's about it, brothers and sisters. Brothers, sisters. Brother, uncles, and sister aunts. I think I'm gonna call it. Since I was able to go ahead and focus on everything I wanted to focus, talk to you about what I thought I saw here. The clues that I mentioned, things that I've never seen anybody else talk about. So there it is. Blue, baby blue carp. There it is, brothers. I hope everybody enjoys what I showed you guys. I hope everybody can try to hit me up. If you guys find something within the video that I posted and you guys can make a better connection, or you guys can think of something that it's affiliated to it, or if you guys can see the reading of like the notebook or the pages under the bed, or if you guys can see anything within this mural that I was not able to see, like the writings and stuff like that, please hit me up. I'm super interested in this. I think it's a mystery that we all have to work together to try to decipher and try to solve it here. Until then, Kifflom brothers and sisters. See you guys in the next paradigm.